everyone. Welcome to week 1 of your workouts. So I want to break down what to expect each week from your workout of the week going forward. Each week I will send you a warm-up, 2 or 3 strength blocks, and then a ab or some sort of finisher workout. If you want to do this entire thing as one and it's one big workout, that's perfectly fine. You can repeat it as many times as you want throughout the week. If that's a little too intense, no problem. Each block of these workouts can stand as their very own workout. So the warm-up can be its own workout, block 1 can be its own workout, the ab finisher can be its own workout. So take a look at what I program for each week, see what feels right for you, and don't feel bad about mixing and matching. Ultimately, I want you to do what feels best for your body. More than anything, I want you to focus on going slow and controlled and making sure that your form is impeccable. If you don't have good form, you are just going to set yourself up for failure in the future. You can't build a strong base without a strong foundation. You can't build your mileage, you can't build your speed, you can't get any better if you don't have good form. So throughout the weeks, what you'll see is I will rarely tell you to do a certain amount. So I won't say do 10 push-ups. Maybe I'll say do push-ups for 20 seconds. And for some people, that may be 2 push-ups. For other people, that may be 10 or even 20 push-ups. I don't care where you're at quantity-wise. I want to make sure everything is quality. So really focus on, if you need to go slow, if you need to really make sure that form is there, don't worry about it, because it's still going to be a great workout. So many of us have been doing workouts the wrong way, myself included, that what we have to do right now is we have to go back and we have to retrain that muscle memory to do things the right way. So we're going to slow down, we're going to bring it back, and we're going to learn how to have proper form to set us up for success in the future. Don't think that it's not going to be a good workout though, because it's still going to burn, it's still going to be intense, you're still going to get really sweaty, but we're just going to make sure we're doing things the right way here. I am not going to be doing the workouts with weight. You don't need to do the workouts with weight. It will be perfectly fine as a body weight workout. If you do have dumbbells or wine bottles or cans or anything like that and you want to feel a little bit more of a burn, I encourage you to do so. You're more than welcome to, but for all of the demos that I do, it's just going to be body weight. And if you feel like you need a little bit more, feel free to incorporate weight, but you don't need to. Hey, welcome to your first workout of the week. This is going to be something that I send you once a week. So we're always going to start with a warm-up, and then we'll have 1 to 3 strength blocks. What these are if you want to do everything as one and make it one big workout, that's fine. If you want to break them up and maybe do 1 block on one day and 2 blocks on the other day, or mix and match it however you want, perfectly fine. Do whatever feels best for you. So for this one, I'm going to show you the demos. For the warm-up, we're going to start with inchworms, good mornings, down dogs to planks, fire hydrants, and then I'm going to demo for you what a proper burpee should look like. So for the inchworms, what I want you to do is you're going to hinge at the hips. So feel like your hips are being pulled back, reach down, and then walk yourself out into a plank. Once you're in that plank, hold it for 1 second, and then walk yourself back up, and that counts as 1. For good mornings, what you want to do is put your hands behind your head, and you're going to again hinge at the hip, pull yourself back, reach down, stand up, and squeeze your butt at the top. So again, what you want to do, pull back, just like that. And so what this is doing is it's really warming up your glutes and your hamstrings so that for the workout you're warm and you're ready to go. Next one is going to be your down dog to plank. I like to do this one fast, but you can do it at any speed. So I'll start slow and then I'll speed it up for you. So you're gonna get into your down dog. And from here, you're gonna move forward into a plank. So feel the stretch in your legs, move forward to a plank. And you can do this about 10 or so times to really get yourself warmed up and moving. Then after that, fire hydrants. This is gonna warm up your hips. If you've not done this before, you might be pretty sore from it. But again, you're gonna get down on all 4s. Your knees should be right under your hips, and your wrists should be directly under your shoulders. So if your wrists were to fall right out of your shoulders, it should be directly there. So you're perfectly aligned, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your leg right out to the side. And notice with my core as I'm doing this, it's not moving. So as you're doing this, I don't want to see your body moving as your leg goes up. Everything should be tight, and then just lift your leg up. And if you start to notice your core moving, that's where you stop with your leg lift. So bring it up as high as you can until your core starts to move, and then just focus on that range of motion. Next, for the burpees, I'm gonna break down what proper form should be. So we're gonna start with just an up down. So go down, jump out into a plank, come up, and squeeze your butt at the top. If that works and you're able to do that with good form, what you're gonna do with the burpee is you're gonna go down, drop your body to the ground, jump up, and jump to the top. So really quickly, it's just, if that's too much, just do the up down and up. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want with these. Remember, this is the warm up, so we're focusing on getting your heart rate up, but you shouldn't be super exhausted. The exercise, we're gonna do slow squats, split squats, shoulder tap to push-ups, and skaters. So to start with the slow squats, you wanna make sure that your hips feel like they're tucked in under your body. So I don't wanna see any of this. Really feel like you're tucked in, so your core should be engaged. If you punch yourself in the stomach, you should feel hard. You know, you should be able to brace that punch. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna go down for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, up for a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. While you're doing that, I want to make sure you have a proud chest and a flat back. So I don't want to see you squatting like this. Really feel like there's a wall up against your back that you're trying to keep there. So go down, see how flat my back is and how proud my chest is. So keep your shoulders back as you're going, and really focus on pulling your hips out and keeping your knees in line with your ankles so they don't want to go over your toes. So we're going down, we're holding, and then we're coming right back up. Next, for the split squats, again, you want to keep that proud chest, so no falling over, and you're just going to put one foot behind you, one foot in front of you, and you're going to just go straight down like this. If this is easy, you can put your foot on a bench or a bed or whatever you have to elevate it, but this is fine just as is. So again, as you're doing this, you could squeeze your glute at the top, and when you go down, really want to make sure that that form is good. So don't lean forward into it. Make sure you're really sinking back into your body. Next, we're going to do skaters. Start this one slow, and what you want to do is you're just going to go from side to side. As runners, we do a lot of forward movement, and we focus on our front muscles and our back muscles, obviously, but we don't do much to keep our bodies stabilized from side to side. So these will be really great to keep your knees strong and your legs strong, and you just go at your own pace. So if this is too much for you and the jumping is too much on your knees, just walk. This is perfectly fine. And if that works, you can speed it up a little bit. But again, here you really want to focus on planting on your foot, making sure that your form is good and that your body is moving with your legs in the same motion. Next, we're going to do shoulder tap to push up, so I'll show you in 2 different directions. First, you're in plank, and you want to tap your shoulders and then push up. So from this position, tap and push up. If this is too much for you, right now you can focus on just the shoulder taps and holding the plank. If that's too much, just focus on holding the plank. When you go down for your push-ups, I really want you to focus on form. So I don't care about the quantity, I care about the quality. So when you're going down, I want your elbows to track right next to your body. We have a really bad habit of when we do push-ups to see this when we go out. If you do this, it's gonna open up your shoulder joint and it's gonna really mess you up. So when you're going down, focus just on keeping those elbows as pinched and as tight to your body as you possibly can, it's gonna make it harder. So if you need to get down on your knees to do it, that's perfectly fine. If you need to do a half push-up where you're just going like that, again, that's perfectly fine, but I wanna see this. I don't want to see this because it'll really matter. So at this one, we're really gonna focus on putting the weight in between our big toes and our heels. So as you come down, really focus on distributing that weight. Come up, squeeze at the top, down, come up, squeeze at the top. If jumping is okay on your joints, you don't have any neighbors below you that you are not trying to make mad, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down, jump, down, jump. So as you come down from that jump, your body is going into the squat, you're catching yourself, and you're jumping right back up. So next we're gonna do dips. Similar to the push-ups, I really want you to make sure that your elbow is staying against your body as you go down. So don't dip outwards, dip inwards. And try to keep your back as close to the wall or the ledge or whatever it is that you're dipping against. So I don't want to see this. Keep your butt and your back as close as you can and go straight down. So not out, straight down. If putting your feet out is a little too much, you can plant your feet so your legs are at 90 degrees and go down just like this. That'll help take the pressure off a little bit. But again, with this one, the focus is on good form, good quality. Quantity is not our issue. We're not worried about that. So even if you're getting 2 or 3 really strong, really solid dips in, that's gonna help set you up for the weeks to come, for you to be strong, for you to be healthy, and then from there we can focus on implementing more reps. Your ab circuit is all going to be on the ground, so go ahead and come down and sit with me. To start, we're going to do flutter kicks. So plant yourself seated right on your sit bone, and if you want, we can start by putting your hands on the ground just right behind your hips, leaning back, putting your legs out, and just kicking. You can kick to the side or you can kick up and down, whichever works best for you. If this is too much, just hold. If that's too much, bring your knees in and then you can go like this. So again, to start, here. If that feels good, flutter here. If that feels good, bring your legs out. If that feels good and you want something a little bit more challenging, put your hands up, and then from there, you can lay on your back. Make sure your back is completely flat. When you put your legs out, your back should be completely touching the ground. If that's not possible, put your hands under your hips to make sure that that's there. And so from here, again, flutter kick. So tons of options. Try out any of them, see which one works best for you. You want to feel challenged, but again, you want to make sure that form is perfect. Your back should be completely against the floor, your core should be stabilized, and you should feel the burn. Next, we're going to do planks. This week, we're just going to keep very basic planks. Next week, we'll start to, introduce some more exciting things. But right now, I want to make sure that your plank form is perfect. So, from your hands or your forearms, it doesn't matter, but we'll start with hands today. Make sure that your wrist is directly under your shoulder, and make sure your back is not rounded, so I don't want to see any of this. I want a completely flat back, and your hips should be tucked in. So none of this, right here, perfect. And then from here, you can go down if you want, but right now, when you're in that plank form, I want you to really focus on pulling your belly button in towards your spine. So you really want to have a strong stomach while you're doing it, because if you don't and you just let your stomach hang, that's when the low back problems are going to come in. That's when we're going to be strengthening all kinds of weird muscles that we didn't even know existed. So again, really focus on flat back, your wrists right under your shoulders, no popping the hips out, keep everything in line. If you were to draw a perfect line down your back, you should be perfectly in line with that. And another thing you can think about too is think of your back as a table. So if someone were to put a dinner plate on your back, would it fall off? Would it fall to the left? Would it fall to the right? Or would it stay perfectly on your back? That's a really good way to think of it, so that you make sure that you're not falling apart. As you get is your feet are up and you are actively touching each side of your foot. So right hand reaches to left foot, left hand reaches to right foot. If that works, you can go from completely flat up, up. You're really making a V, and then you're going across your body to meet your foot. After that, we're gonna do Russian twists. I want you to focus on going very slow and controlled here. Again, these first couple of weeks, we're really focusing on going slow, making sure our form is right. I'm not against HIIT workouts. I think they're great. I love to incorporate them into my workouts to help with my speed, but you can only have a great HIIT workout if your form is right. So these first couple of weeks, again, and even into the later weeks, we're gonna focus on slowing down, making sure our form is absolutely perfect, and then from there we'll move forward. So with the Russian twists, again, sit back on your tailbone, starting with your legs, if you can, with your legs up, and you want like a flat tabletop here. If this is already too much, no problem, put your feet down. So we start here, feet are down, and then we are hinging to the left, touch if you can, if not, just reach to the left, back to the center, back to the right. So just like this. Think of it as 3 different movements. And I want you to make each movement perfect. Again, form, guys. If that works and you're ready for a little bit more of a challenge, bring your feet up, touch to the left, center, touch to the right. You'll notice as you go slow, it's still a really intense, really killer burn. So you don't have to go super fast to get an incredible workout. You can do this. Make sure your form is fine, make sure your stomach is tucked in, that your back is supported, and you're not pulling any weird muscles that you shouldn't be, and everything, all the correct muscles are activated. We are feeling the burn, and we are doing it correctly. The last thing that I'll leave you with is, I'm really focused on making sure your form is right. If you're doing something and it feels a little funky or you're not sure, I encourage you to record yourself and look at it and play it against my demos to see how that form looks or how it matches up. It may sound weird at first, but when you watch yourself do something, you are so much more mindful going forward of what it looks like and what it should look like. But again, I'm here as a resource to you. If you have questions, please reach out to me. If you want me to take a look, feel free to send me a couple of videos and I will tell you what I think. But more than anything, slow and controlled are my 2 favorite words. I'm gonna be telling you for the next 8 weeks that everything should be slow, everything should be controlled. HIIT workouts are great, I love them. I incorporate them into my workouts every week or so. I think it's a really great way to build strength, build stamina, build endurance. But HIIT workouts are not great if we do not incorporate good form, because then we're just leaving ourselves open to injury and open to, all kinds of bad things. So please focus on going slow and controlled. Focus on having beautiful form, and then from there we'll ramp it up. But I guarantee you these are gonna be tough, and if they're not and you want more, let me know, because I can certainly give you more. But I hope that more than anything, these are great strengtheners for you. You should be tired after them. You should feel a little bit fatigued, but you should be able to lace up and get out on a run or a walk tomorrow. You should not finish these workouts so sore that you can't work out the next day. So if that's you, if you're getting way too sore from these, talk to me. We'll figure something out. Really scale back. If you tried the entire workout and you could barely walk the next day, maybe next time only do the warm up and block 1, and if you feel good the next day you can do more. So again, I'm going to provide you one big warm up, and it's up to you to break it up into little blocks as you see fit. With anything though, guys, reach out to me if you have questions. I'm more than happy to help, and I'd love to hear how you're doing throughout this entire process. Thanks.